'Twas the night before Christmas, and all through the house, not a creature was stirring, cause Kenya allegedly hired a bodyguard to protect her against Marlo, baby. We back in the building, y'all. Skye Squad, what is going on? Happy Christmas Eve for those of you guys who celebrated. Happy holidays for those of you guys who celebrate the holidays. Listen, we here to spread a little holiday cheer. Okay, little holiday cheer and a couple of news items and commentary about the news that we're going to talk about today. Okay, we're talking about, we're going to follow up on a little tidbit that we talked about yesterday with Kenya Moore and Marlo. We also got to talk about Apollo's secret arrest. And we got to talk about Quad Webb. She has some things to say about these numbers on Married to Medicine and why she belongs in this cast. Okay, so we're going to get into all that. If you are in the chatterization on this good holiday weekend, go ahead and let us know where you're watching from, because you know we want to see what city your people is in. Okay. Brianna says, hey, from Gary, Indiana, baby. Merry Christmas to you too, Empress Carter. Hey, y'all. Hey, Tish P. Hey, boo. Trying to wrap up work and now falling behind on my I'm sorry, boo. That's how we got to do it today. Richmond, Virginia. We got the UK, baby. NYC, South Africa. Hey. See you in a couple of days, boo. See you in a couple of days. New Orleans, San Francisco, Tulsa, Oklahoma. I see y'all, North Carolina. Douglasville, Georgia, DMV, baby. Phoenix, Jamaica, Inglewood, Bahamas, Chi-Town. Hey, Merry Christmas, okay? Poconos, Texas. Hey, I'm going to check my mail today, Ashley, right as soon as I get off the line with y'all. So I'm going to see if I got my good old body butters. You know what I'm saying? I love me some whipped butters, y'all. Let me tell you something. Ain't nothing like a little whipped butter and you get to lather it all on yourself. Hey, Silver Spring down the street, okay? Come on, listen, join the texting community so I can send you a text message when a new video drops, or you guys can just subscribe to the channel if you haven't already done so. Click the notification bell button. Hopefully you'll like this video and leave a comment if you're watching this later. Okay, with that being said, y'all, let's go ahead and make it do what it do. We got to talk about a couple of things today, and we're going to get right on up into the biz-na-e. First things first, we is going to talk about Miss Quad Webb from Married to Medicine. Now, Quad, you know, is in the center of the controversy, okay, this season on Married to Medicine, it looks like, because some things look like they went down at her good holiday housewarming soiree, her jamboree, her ponderosa. And so now she is letting the girls know, and the guys, that those Married to Medicine ratings, they needed her, okay, last season. They needed her. Get into this. Shout out to our friends over at Urban Bell Mag for this little bit of information right here. Okay, so you know, based on what was happening, there was some comments, you know, on the Married to Medicine source fan page on Instagram, okay? And so one of Quad's supporters says season 8 proved that Quad is needed. Okay, so again, shout out to our friends over at the Married to Medicine source as well. And then in response to this, Quad basically lends her agreement and said, I know when you're right. Men lie, women lie, but the numbers don't. The numbers, as she's indicating, is that the ratings improved once she came back on the scene and back on the screen, baby. And let's dive into it real quick. I want to know what your thoughts are about this. Personally, I got to tell y'all the truth. I'm inclined to agree. I know. You know, the season was good. You know, it was chugging along, chug-a-lug-a-lug. You know, Toya was giving us some drama here and there with her and Dr. Heavenly. You know, Dr. Heavenly is going to be good for some, you know, some excitement and some going a couple of rounds with somebody. So her and Toya was going at it. Simone and Dr. Jackie was in a cold war. And a cold war is something that's pretty much silent, where ain't nobody really talking to each other and they're not really getting down with the get down. You know what I'm saying? So those types of things ain't really too exciting for us to watch on the screen, because they don't really be doing nothing. You know, Simone was talking her stuff in her interviews and stuff like that. Dr. Jackie won't really trying to engage with it, you know, and so it just seemed like to me like that wasn't really giving us what we needed. And we didn't get the Dr. Contessa stuff really for real up until nearly the very end. I mean, of course, she had a couple of moments with Toya early on in the season, but I really did feel like when Quad stepped back on the scene in the last season of Married to Medicine, she came ready to play ball, okay? More so than in seasons past. So it could have been a situation where, no shade to Quad, but maybe she needed that little kick in the you know, right direction, you know, because she was not a main cast member and she was only a friend or friend of, you know, because I don't know if they really consider them friends or Married to Medicine, but I guess they could be friends of the cast. And so I feel like sometimes, you know, you need a little swift kick in you know, someplace in order for you to figure out, okay, you know what, I need to come back on the scene and I need to bring it. And bring it, she did. She understood the assignment. I really hate that phrase, but she did. I mean, and she did it. You know what I'm saying? I would love a little bit of Mariah back on the show as well, to be honest with you. I know we've been saying it and screaming it for about a year, but that's just how I feel about it. Mariah. Okay. So that's what's going on with Married to Medicine. No, Contessa's not gone. Contessa's there. She there. She was just filming confessionals. If by the looks of her Instagram. Yes, Quad is good for some one-liners. Quad is good for some reads and some shade. She willing to, you know, she's willing to go there when she needs to go there. And I had been feeling like she was a little bit checked out in a couple of the last season or so, a little bit checked out a little bit that last season. So I definitely feel like, you know, she came back in with that fire, and I'm happy to see that, you know. And I see a lot of you guys want that good Mariah back too. Okay, it needed to be said. It needed to be said. Okay. All right, y'all. Let's talk about Phaedra's ex-husband, Apollo. Okay. Now, the word on the curb with the exclusive from Radar Online is that he was arrested in May, okay, for resisting an officer in Miami, and then reveals a bombshell plea to terminate the federal probation. Now, we all know that Apollo, you know, was serving his time, okay? And he was also, after being released, he moved to Philly, where he was living with Miss Shireen. Okay, I think that's how you pronounce her name. And his lawyer says he had a job and was successfully reintegrating back into society. So then in October 2020, he moved to Atlanta to be closer to the kids that he has with Miss Phaedra Parks. But he is saying that the probation officer failed to make contact with him for months after his move. Now, when he finally reached out to the probation officer, um, the probation officer claimed that his file had been overlooked. All right. So Apollo says he's had 5 different probation officers in charge of, you know, his whole case. Now, apparently, the arrest came in when he took a what was alleged to be a pre-approved trip to Miami in May for a business opportunity. And he is saying that the probation officer verbally agreed but did not sign the paperwork. So clearly, I mean, this, I don't know if this, I mean, this is, we just going on hearsay, but it sounds like the probation officer might be a little overworked. Okay. So apparently, Apollo was arrested on May 30th in 2021, right? By Miami police for some type of ordinance violation after he tried to enter his hotel. Now, he was able to post bail on June 1st, and he immediately notified the probation officer of everything that had went down. Now, Radar Online has obtained the court documents that show he was arrested for resisting an officer without any violence. Okay. He was released on a $1,000 bond, and it was Peter Thomas that allegedly was the one who picked him up. So I don't know if it was smart for him to resist the arrest. But if you feel like you're being wrongfully arrested, I mean, that's one thing. But in this day and age, I just don't think it's smart for him to try to be resisting the arrest. But that's just my thought on the matter. But let me get back into it, okay? Because here's what else is going on. So then, apparently, the charges were dropped on August the 5th, but he was ordered to remain on a GPS monitor, and had these curfews that he is saying or alleging are affecting his livelihood and his family. And then he said that his probation officer made the choice that he could no longer travel and was given specific curfew times and, dates for, what he had to do. And Apollo is now saying that he's lost a ton of money due to this curfew. All right. He is also accusing his probation officer of making false statements in court about the arrest, and he's demanding that the probation that his probation be terminated early to allow him to move on with his life. And the judge has yet to rule in this situation. I'm going to go ahead and say this. I mean, at this point in time, I will say that Apollo, you gotta be smarter than you gotta watch how you move after this whole arrest situation. Now, for me, he has served his time, and so at that point in time, you move on with your life. But you gotta understand, we as Black men and as Black people, just in general, I just feel like we need to just be very vigilant with how we interact with the law. And y'all know why. I mean, you know what I'm saying? You already know what it is. So I ain't even got to say it. All right. You got to move a little differently. And that's I think the lesson here. And even though the probation officer may be slacking on the job, you have got to stay one step ahead of the probation officer. If that probation officer is not, I mean, everything needs to be in writing, okay? You can't rely on any verbal agreements. You have got to probably stay on top of them, because your main goal is to make your money, okay, and reestablish yourself in society. That's it right there. So we got to understand that we got to be a step ahead of the system at all times. That is what it is. Bruce says, Richie, Merry Christmas Eve. Thank you so much for this super chat, Bruce. Speaking of Real Housewives of Atlanta, I tagged you about the Nene mystery man. He's been revealed, and I got my Emirin order. Yes, we hopefully trying to send these orders out real quick, y'all. Thanks. Merry Christmas to the entire Sky Squad. I saw a post on Nene's alleged new men's on the Instagram. And so on the neighborhood talk. So they had done a side-by-side of them, okay? A side-by-side comparison. I was trying to see if I could find it, your tag, but that is what it is. But thank you, Bruce, for that super chat. We appreciate you. We got another one in the building. Moni the Sema says, just tuning in. Happy holidays, Richie. After this live, take a break and get you some good rest. You're doing overtime. You know I is, man. I am. Actually, I got some more things I want to film or whatever, but I appreciate you. I appreciate you, boo. All right. Let's keep it going. All right. Let's keep it going. So yesterday, I'm let me just preface this by saying that, with the Apollo situation, I'm just trying to look at the situation as a black man wanting to see another black man be able to do to be successful beyond what he's had to experience and go through. And he has served his time, and I want him to reestablish himself the right way. You know what I'm saying? And I that's how I'm coming at that story. All right, let's move it on along. Let's chug a lug a lug, chug a lug a lug. All right, so Kenya Moore and Marlo Hampton, and shout out to I think it was Londa who tagged me in this over on she.gossips on Instagram. Now, in the post, it said that there's drama between Kenya and Marlo, and it's gotten so bad that Kenya told, allegedly, we say again, we're gonna put this on, because we know how people is. Allegedly gotten so bad that Kenya told executives that she needed armed security to be with her at all times. So Kenya hired her own security team to be with her 24/7, including when she's filming scenes, interacting with Marlo. Okay. So we have that bit of information right there, right? Now, this pretty much corresponds with what I had heard, what I had heard as well, from what I had seen with Media Takeout. Yesterday, I was not able to find the article when we briefly touched on it, but I want to touch on it today to give you guys a bit more intel on what they are saying. Apparently, allegedly, of course, they say that they have learned of a series of violent instances during the filming that have gotten Kenya Moore, shook. She got a shooketh, okay? And with the bodyguards, their specific instructions are to protect her from Marlo. All right. So apparently they've been kind of going back and forth at it. And they say that Kenya has been reading Marlo down, and Marlo has been flying off into a rage. Now, the source that told this to Media Takeout says Kenya is here for the drama, but she's not interested in violence, especially with Marlo, who has a history of, let's just say, allegedly doing things to other women's faces or something like that with knives. All right. So they in the article go back into several of Marlo's arrests and other charges and whatnot. I would say that if this is true, again, and we touched this briefly yesterday, but I wanted to give you guys a lot more context, provide you with where I got the stories from, because we weren't able to find them yesterday as I was trying to do it real quick. Tish P says, okay, Kenya, you snatched a 67-year-old on a yacht. That could have ended so much worse. Referring to a moment betwixt that good Kenya Moore and that good Ramona Stinger. Okay. That's what that was referring to. I thought I had a visual still up here, but I don't have it. It would seem as though I would imagine this is for extra drama on the show. Maybe. I mean, unless things have just gotten that bad. Okay. I mean, it has got to be real bad in my mind. Now, of course, I told you before, we've seen Giselle do this on Potomac. I don't know, man. I don't know. Do y'all think that Kenya should be afraid of Marlo like that? Do y'all think that Kenya should be afraid of Marlo? Because it was just last year. Let me show y'all something. Hold on for a second. I'm about to show you a photo real quick. It was just last year that we was all looking at this photo right here. This photo right here, let me see if I can pull it up now. It was just last year that they was bosom to the buddies. Okay. In my mind, I hopes this is the case, EHC Money. It's a little fakery for the cameras. But I mean, it's, you know, because at the end of the day, it was always alleged. One of the reasons it was always, people had always been talking about, well, that's the reason why she, Marlo don't have a peach is because of her past or whatever. But clearly, you know, I mean, here's where we are allegedly. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what to say. Um, I mean, and maybe she know better. Maybe like you said, Nada. Maybe if she got good sense, she said Marlo not the one to play with. Don't play. Or is this Kenya just being extra? Because Kenya could be a little extra. We got super chats from Isata who says, "Hey Richie, that man that Nene is dating, they said he's married that older gentleman she's with." Yes. There has been allegations that guy, not allegations, but it's just been said that the man is married and separated. So, I mean, I don't know. If he's separated, I mean, I guess that's maybe the reason why he's all right with it. MJ says, yes, Marlo is hood. Kenya doesn't know anything about that. So that might explain why this might be true. So we about to see, y'all. We about to see. I wanted to come on here and just drop these little stories on y'all real nice and quick so we can just have a little ponderosa about them since they was going on. And I wanted to definitely clarify, again, where we got the information from when we kind of teased this story yesterday. But yeah, man, it's getting crazy up in here. 2022 is about to be lit, y'all. It's about to be all the way lit. All right, guys. So this, we got another super chat from Leandro who says Marlo finally has a peach and wants to show us why we should have gave her one a long time ago. Boom, baby. Okay, boom. All right, y'all. So listen, that's it for our lives for this year. I think, right? So I wanted to just say a special thank you to all of you guys for just rocking with me over the course of this period of time that I've been on YouTube. I have definitely learned and grown a lot in terms of, what I want to do in this space and how I do it. And I really have to say thank you to you guys for influencing me in a way that you might not have actually known that you did. So I wanted to say thank you for that. Also, to any new subscribers or any new viewers on the channel, stick around. I mean, we got a lot more coming. I will be on a vacation to get a little bit of rest and relaxation, to recharge and all that good stuff like that. But we will definitely be back fresh in the new year. I have a very special interview coming at the top of the new year that I'm super duper excited about. I don't, again, try to do a ton of interviews, but this interview to me right here, it is very, very special. So I'm hoping that you guys will, come back and tune in after we get back from our vacation. I hope that you guys have an amazing holiday vacation, whatever you celebrate. You know what I'm saying? It'll be Christmas over here for me, but whatever you celebrate or however you are choosing to, celebrate with either yourself or your family. And if you do travel, choose to be safe, please. Y'all, it's a lot of stuff going on right now. So I just want to make sure that I say that to y'all before we end this year right. You know what I'm saying? Yes, go on ahead and send it over. I like Marlo. I mean, I feel like Marlo is just, I love her. I think she's well deserving of it and she's put in the work. So, that's what I think. Hold on. I just had to block somebody because I can't take it. And I normally don't. I don't normally block people because I feel like you should say what you got to say. But I feel like when you start saying stuff that's kind of like out the way, I ain't really feeling deal with you no more. Anyway, having said that, y'all, you know, because we keep it positive over here. And I got a question for y'all. Now I know, now, again, we talks about these people, and I'm gonna just give you a quick rant real quick. We talks about these people, but I don't ever come at people with, you know, vile intentions on how I talk about them. So I never understand why people take certain things that I say so personally, because at the end of the day, if any of these stars, like, or these reality TV people came out and said, hey, you know, something that you said on your show bothered me. And I've had people say that, you know, I'll be like, you know what? Let's talk about it. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, I'm not trying to destroy these people's lives or nothing like that. We having commentary about stuff that we see in the news and on the show. You know what I mean? So I hope that as you watch these videos that, you know, for anybody out there that's like taking like real bad offense to things like, oh, he, you know, he keeps a certain person named in his mouth. He can't never. It's like that's not even how we rock over here. So like, chill. Take that negative energy someplace else. With that, oh, we got one from Breon who says, "I'm going to send you Marlo's number so you can see if she'll do an interview." Hey, I mean, you know, let's rock with it. You know, I got questions, and I'm sure she got answers. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's about it, y'all. Y'all know I love y'all, and and I'm gonna catch y'all. You know what? We're gonna catch y'all in 2022, baby. 2022, unless I have some, y'all know, honestly, I just love what I do. So I might hop on here at some other, you know, in the next day or so. You just never know. But anyway, for the most part, we out. I love y'all. Enjoy your holidays, y'all. Stay safe, and I will catch you guys in the next video.